The murder trial of Lindsay Clancy, the Massachusetts mother who says she was suffering from postpartum psychosis when she killed her 3 children, has been described as the saddest trial in America. A moral dilemma, even, with the judge repeatedly feeling the need to warn the jurors not to blur the lines between sympathy and pity when it comes to delivering a verdict based on the law. The gruesome particulars of the case aside, the trial has brought the issue of maternal mental health to the front and center of the national conversation, specifically postpartum psychosis, or PPP. It is a rare, poorly understood, and dangerous condition that Clancy claims drove her insane enough to kill 5-year-old Cora, 3-year-old Dawson, and 11-month-old Callan. We've been talking about it all week, and as we've heard from one of the leading experts on PPE right here on this show, the condition is so rare that only about 0.2% of new mothers suffer from it. However, that's still 8,000 women in a year in this country alone. Meghan Cliffel says she was one, and that she, quote, came too close to becoming Lindsay Clancy herself. She's not talking in hypotheticals or hyperboles. The New York mom, an Ohio native, says her husband had to physically restrain her from climbing to the roof of the family's apartment building when the intrusive thoughts that she'd been struggling with after the birth of her second child took a swift and frightening turn.
At that happy hour, my mind convinced me it was a recruitment event for a cult. I was so sure that if I didn't join, my children would be killed. So I raced home to protect them. My husband and 2 daughters were there. In that moment, it felt like it was me versus him. I landed punches on his face, trying to get to our 2 girls. And then when that didn't work, switched strategies and tried to get to the roof of our apartment building to jump.
Meghan says the only reason she didn't make it to the roof of that apartment building was the physical strength of her own husband, who wouldn't let her near the kids or leave the apartment. The episode ended with Meghan in police handcuffs and then later in a psychiatric hospital. Thankfully, Meghan's story has a happy ending. Even another child, a son, in addition to her 2 daughters. She joins us now to share more of her story. Meghan, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and thank you for telling your story and helping people understand what PPP is. You're going to help a lot of women, I think. But this happened to you after the birth of your second baby. How did the symptoms begin?
Yeah, so first, thanks for tending to this. It's a really important thing to talk about. Sometimes people call it rare, but I love how you were highlighting. It's 1 to 2 in 1,000 births, so that's still a lot of women a year. It happened to me. I had my baby. It was December 2015. We were living in New York City. I had a pretty good maternity leave. It was unpaid, but I had a pretty good maternity leave. I kind of had the knowing that comes with a second child, so less worried about the particulars. And about a month after going back to work, I said to my husband, I don't feel like myself. And he said, what do you mean? And I said, I feel anxious and a little bit sad. And we had sort of said, oh, okay, if you feel that way in 2 weeks, let's have you go see somebody. But we were 2 working parents, kind of barely keeping things afloat in New York City. We both had demanding jobs. And so I kept going from that 4 months when I kind of didn't feel like myself until I was 8 months postpartum. And it was just as if the rug was pulled out from under me. And I was kind of just like swallowed into delusional thought. One Friday evening, as I stepped on the subway to go back home after work.
You say your rational mind left you. You became convinced that a cult was after you and your daughters, and that you raced home to rescue them. What was your brain, while in the grip of PPP, what was it telling you?
Yeah, Elizabeth, I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't experienced it myself. But like I stepped on, I had lack of sleep precipitated, but by all accounts, to others, I was like a functioning working mother of 2 little kids. But when I stepped onto the subway, I noticed everybody was staring at me. And instead of thinking, oh, people are just looking at somebody newly entering the subway, I was like, oh, they're watching me. And then when I saw them look down to their phones and earbuds in their ears, I'm like, oh, they're surveilling me. And so suddenly in those moments, it's as if kind of like the bottom drops out of my mind, and my brain, which was working logically, but in a totally diluted reality, is starting to knit together details just so fast. And I'm, switching trains and taking off my hat to try and lose whoever might be following me. I'm still terrified the entire city is out to get me. But I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do. I'm trying to keep it all inside. So I ended up actually going to a planned happy hour with some old colleagues downtown. And I walk in and I'm a little relieved to see them for a moment. But a moment later, I see kind of like an unfamiliar face with these strange glasses. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is not a happy hour. This is a recruitment event. And I am still able to keep everything inside. My brain's kind of turning in the background while I'm trying to pleasantly have a sip of a cocktail while chatting with people and trying to figure out what's going on. How did I get into this? How do I get out? And then there's this moment where a former colleague of mine walks up to me and she's like, "Who's watching June and Millie?" The names of my girls. And at that moment, I think she's threatening me and saying that if you don't join this thing, your kids are going
Something
to be
bad
killed.
will happen to them. You
Your
raced
kids will be
home.
killed. Yeah.
You say it was only because your husband was there and that he's physically faster and stronger than you that you were unable to do anything drastic to yourself or your children. You say you were trying to get onto the roof of your apartment building. What were you going to do up there?
Well, I spent those hours when I got home from the happy hour to when I throw open the door, my husband says, "Why are you home?" And I think he's saying, "Why are you home?" as in, why didn't you join this recruitment event instead of, a
Right.
mom who doesn't have much time to get out? And so then I think he's my enemy. So it's about 6 p.m. on Friday night and until about 10 a.m. on Saturday, I'm in kind of like this battle with him. At first internal, where I'm trying to plot how to get out of our apartment with our kids in December unnoticed. And then the battle becomes external. But in my point, when those last racing moments that you were just asking about, at that point, I was like, there's no way of getting out of this. So I need to show my loyalty to what we're up against. So in my deluded brain, I thought if I got to the roof and I showed I was willing to jump, it would show that I was loyal to this thing that we are up against. And, we wouldn't be free, but at least we'd be alive.
Do you think that you actually could have jumped if he hadn't stopped you?
I don't have a counterfactual, right? But I think what I know about what was happening with those thoughts is when something didn't stop what was happening from happening, I did the next thing, if that makes sense. So I
So
don't
you
know
don't
what
know,
would
but
happen if I got into the roof, but if I got to the roof and my brain's still doing this and, oh, it hasn't yet stopped, is it possible I take the next step, potentially? And, we were totally blindsided. We had no idea this highly treatable temporary illness existed. And frankly, at that moment in time, I thought, oh, people just need to know about this illness to kind of change things. And as I became an advocate, I learned, this has been around since the time of Hippocrates. We know
yeah.
how to treat this, but it's still not in kind of like the DSM, which is the main handbook that psychiatrists use. And that causes a cascade of problems wherein clinicians don't know how to treat it, the public doesn't know about it, women don't get good
Doctors fail to
care.
recognize it.
Yeah.
You ended up, the police handcuffed you. They took you to Bellevue Psychiatric Hospital. They didn't diagnose you there. It wasn't until a little bit later that you were diagnosed. I had an expert on the show last night who said, this is rare, yes, but it's real and it's 100% treatable. I mean, women can get better from this, and they need to know and recognize the symptoms.
Yeah, something that's striking to me is like SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome, is less common than postpartum psychosis, and
Yet
psychosis.
everybody knows about
Most people know
SIDS.
about that.
Yeah.
And the thing that I think of now as an advocate, I volunteer for Postpartum Support International. I'm on their task force. I lead free support groups that they have for people who are going through things like this. Is that what I've learned is that like there's no other period in a person's life when we can predict they're going to have a mental health issue as in the postpartum period. We know 1 in 5 women are going to struggle. It's almost like we have this crystal ball, but
Right.
rather than create supports and policy to actually kind of hold women and families through this vulnerable time, it's sort of like obstetric care, and then it's like, okay, the baby's out, see you in 6 weeks.
Right.
And instead, we need to build a robust
Yeah.
system to prevent tragedies like
This
the one
is,
we're watching in the news.
listen, after giving birth, I've done it twice. You're having a hormonal cyclone. You're utterly exhausted. You've just grown a human being inside your own body and delivered it. There is so much going on physically, emotionally, psychologically. I think we've got to do better in this country helping mothers navigate it. Meghan Cliffel, thank you. I hope to have more conversations with you on this issue. It's important. I appreciate your speaking out tonight.
Thanks so much for having me, Elizabeth.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.